Shalom. Shalom and welcome, my brothers and sisters. This is Man's Final Steps. It is a continuing series to those who will be among the ranks of the 144,000 in multitude mentioned in the 7th and 14th chapters of Revelation. My name is Symmanayah, and today is February 21st, 2014. And these words reflect the messages in which I am compelled to present to you. In this segment of Man's Final Steps, it is entitled The Countdown. A schedule exists. My brothers and sisters, there is a beginning and an end. We are vastly approaching that end. Throughout scriptures, one can discover much said about end times, from the simple to the complex to the misunderstood. Either way, prophecies foretell of the end. While we do not know the day nor the hour, scriptures inform us, though, to be mindful of the season. I submit to you that season has arrived. All throughout, world leaders and governing bodies are discussing issues pertaining to man's survival, from climate change to reaching peak levels in fresh water and food. In some circles, there are discussions of extinction level events if global population is not brought under control. We have witnessed words like never before has this occurred, this has never happened before, we have not ever had it where the population is outpacing food production, and many more rhetorical statements such as these are surfacing among those who are alert. And although I say rhetorical statements, many reflect statements of fact, with the exception of knowing that the Almighty Father has a plan and will intervene. In some instances, there are global leaders who have embraced one billionaire's recommendation of culling the planet, or in other words, depopulating the planet by killing off a large number of people, bringing it to a level of only 500 million, which he believes is sustainable. Outside of those who know unequivocally the Most High Father is executing a plan created since the dawn of ages, many people are oblivious as to what lies ahead. There are no doubts we are pressing forward and days are passing, but how many of us are alert enough to establish a sense of urgency? How many of us recognize the countdown is in an advanced stage regarding end times? How many of us are reflecting in our pursuit of true worship and obedience? How many of us are reflecting the need to acknowledge that a schedule exists, a schedule that is created by the Almighty Father? I am compelled to believe there are those who are waiting to see something miraculous occur before getting in gear regarding seeking the Spirit of Yahusha earnestly. There are those who are waiting to meet much surprise as things become visible. Conditions will not be as they are now. There are those who are waiting to see a third temple built in Jerusalem, the commercialized Jerusalem. There are those who are waiting to see the anti-Messiah, who is believed to be the beast and the false prophet, emerge. There are those who are waiting for the two witnesses of Revelation to become visible. There are also those who do not have a clue, nor are they concerned due to erroneous teachings and misleadings from false teachers and prophets and priests and shepherds, etc. Oh, and by the way, there are those who are waiting for the masses to indicate we have entered into the tribulation period. There's also division as to whether the tribulation period will be 7 or 3.5 years. 7 years or 3.5 years. We do not know once the two witnesses of Revelation are revealed. Scriptures inform us that their 1260-day ministry will begin. We do know once the two witnesses of Revelation are revealed, scriptures inform us that their 1260-day ministry begins. We don't know what happens between the time of the full ministry of these two witnesses from the time they are born. There's much debate as to who they are. Soon and very soon, they will emerge with proof and power and might in the spirit of Yahusha. My brothers and sisters, we are indeed in the countdown towards the return of our Messiah, Yahusha. A schedule exists that was created by the Almighty Father, and to those who seek to discern and understand, we will come to experience clear sight and keen hearing as to what must and will come to pass regarding end-time prophecies. My prayer is that we do not be overtaken by disbelief and denial of what's unfolding right now before our eyes. My prayer is we do not participate in false teachings and practices that promote a do-nothing attitude, a do-nothing behavior. These times are real. Allow me to pause for a moment and read the following. Genesis 1:1. In the beginning, Elohim created the heavens and the earth. Proverbs 1:7 reads, the fear of Yahuah is the beginning of knowledge. Fools despise wisdom and discipline. Proverbs 9:10 reads, the fear of Yahuah is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the set-apart one is understanding. John 1:1-4 reads, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with Elohim, and the Word was Elohim, and he was in the beginning with Elohim. All came to be through him, and without him not even one came to be that came to be. In him was life, and the life was the light of men. That was John 1:1-4. Proverbs 16:25 says, there's a way that seems right to a man, but its end is the way of death. Matthew 10:22 reads, and you shall be hated by all for my name's sake, but he who shall have endured to the end shall be saved. Hebrews 3:14-15 reads, for we have become partakers of Messiah, if we hold fast the beginning of our trust firm to the end, while it is said, today if you hear his voice, do not harden your heart as in the rebellion. Hebrews 9:27-28 read, and as it awaits men to die once, and after this the judgment, so also the Messiah, having been offered once to bear the sins of many, shall appear a second time apart from sin to those waiting for him unto deliverance. That was Hebrews 9:27-28. Revelation 1:8 reads, I am the Aleph and the Tau. Some may know it as Alpha and Omega. Beginning in the end, says Yahuah, who is, who was, and who is to come, the Almighty. That was Revelation 1:8. Revelation 22:13 reads, I am the Aleph and the Tau. Depending on what translation you're reading, you might be reading Alpha and Omega. The beginning and the end, the first and the last. My brothers and sisters, clearly we can see and have accepted that there is a beginning and there is an end. Our struggle appears to be coming to the realization that we are vastly approaching that end. There's much denial among the ranks of those who seek to worship and obey the Almighty Father Yahuah through a set-apart spirit sent in Yahusha's name. There are many diverse groups, fellowships, camps, etc., who embrace the notion we will soon be raptured out of here. This is far from the truth. Many think it's okay to embrace such a notion, unaware that it promotes a do-nothing behavior and is wicked, to say the least, to think such. The sooner we begin to face the realities, the sooner we just might come to grips of what lies ahead regarding our refinement, participation, and contribution as guided by the Spirit of Yahusha in the fulfillment of Scriptures. My brothers and sisters, these are indeed man's final steps. Some of you may be tired of hearing it. For me, it stirs the spirit and it fuels expectation. Expectation of the return of our Mashiach, our Messiah Yahusha. For some, we may face death. For others, they will be alive to witness Scriptures come to life as they pertain to all that have been prophesied and more, much more. The 144,000 in multitude are being refined and will emerge visibly. There will be no doubt as to what's unfolding and who will be in the midst of their ranks. Be encouraged, my brothers and sisters. Promises from the Almighty Father Yahuah will be kept. The Spirit of Yahusha is and will continue to teach and bring things to remembrance. The children of obedience will face extreme humbling times and emerge in a safe, appointed place before the return of Yahusha, our Messiah. Until next time, my brothers, my sisters, my family, please do not take this matter regarding the countdown for granted. It would be wise to come to grips that a living schedule, a schedule exists. Pray, study, watch, and establish a ready mind, body, and soul to respond with precision. Until next time, my family, stay tuned as this series, Man's Final Steps, continues. Shalom, shalom, shalom.